Omi ta fóun rọ̀kan kò jẹ́ lẹ́gbìn ò láyé mi.
Bàbá láyé mi tòrò kalẹ̀, bàbá ìṣàpọ̀. Bàbá màmá jẹun bàbá wẹ̀, ìrọ̀wọ́ bí ló bá tọ́jọ́ alẹ́ mi ò àṣẹ.
Máa ṣòwò má jèrè.
Má jèrè ohun tí mo bá fọwọ́ mi ṣe.
Máa ṣòwò má jèrè.
Má jèrè ohun tí mo bá fọwọ́ mi ṣe.
Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹ̀dá ò ló lè ṣàmì àdúrà yẹn. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ẹ̀dá ò ló lè ṣàmì àdúrà yẹn. Àmọ́ ní tèmi, mo ṣàmì àdúrà mo gbẹ́tọ́ àdúrà mi. Mo ṣàmì àdúrà mo gbẹ́tọ́ àdúrà mi. Èrè lọ́mọ ọlọ́jà ń jẹ òun bó bá dalẹ̀. Èrè lóbìnrin jẹ́ lábọ́ ọjà. Màá jèrè ohun tí mo bá fọwọ́ mi ṣe. Màá jèrè o. Èròjà rolówó. Èròjà rolówó. Ìbágbá mi wọ́n mọ̀ mí o. Ìbágbá mi wọ́n mọ̀ mí. Èsì bẹ́ mi náà mọ̀ mí o. Orúkọ tó mọ̀ mí mọ̀ ń jẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ lágbẹ́. Èròjà olówó. Èròjà olówó. Èsì bá mi wọ́n mọ̀ mí o. Ọmọ àtàtà lọ́mọ mi. Orúkọ mọ̀ ń jẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ lágbẹ́. Èròjà olówó. Èròjà olówó. Èròjà olówó. Èsì bá mi náà mọ̀ mí àtàtà. Orúkọ tó mọ̀ mí mọ̀ ń jẹ́.
Two.
tún pàánù pọ̀ àwa Èkìtì àti gbòmìnira ọ̀kan làwa ṣe. Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira àwa Èkìtì iwájú la ó máa lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run àwa Èkìtì ọ̀kan ṣoṣo máa ní wá ó láéláé.
Let us pray. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria shall be blessed. Amen. May I welcome us to today's sitting. Today being the 30th day of July 2024. I believe we all had a great night, and we are here with strength and agility. And as we all know that we have a lot on our hands to undo, I will quickly take us through the votes and proceedings of Monday, the 22nd day of July 2024. And I will quickly take us through from page 1. If you have any observation, correction to make, any comment to make on it, you can kindly signify. I take page 1. I also take page 2. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. And page 4 is the last page. In the absence of no comment, I will call on Honorable Oluwayomi Ayorinde, who acted as the leader of the House at the last sitting, to move the motion for its adoption.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Yomi Ayorinde. I represent Idosi Constituency 2. I rise to move for the adoption of vote and proceeding of Monday, 22nd July 2024, in absence of no other correction.
Yes. And may I call on the minority leader, Honorable Oladele, please, to quickly do that for us also. Secondly, the motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Honorable Ogushakin Oladele Olaoye. I represent the good people of Ekiti East, Constituency 1. I rise this morning to second the motion moved by the Deputy Leader, Honorable Jacob Ebenezer Oluyomi, who acts as the...
Please, can you... well, you know, I know you watched Pa Jacob very well in those days. But please, look at him again. He has an Ebenezer in his name, and I know it's Oluwayomi. Yes, sir.
Oluwayomi Ayorinde, the Deputy Leader.
So there is an amendment to the... There should be an amendment to this. Honorable Yomi, Oluwayomi, you didn't even look at this very well. Because I can see Honorable Jacob in number 4. So he's right. And there was no observation as to that. We fetched that immediately. Jacob to be removed. And it's part of the motion that has been moved, that Jacob should be removed from Honorable Oluwayomi, Ebenezer Oluwayomi Ayorinde. Yes, please go ahead.
So I rise to second the motion as moved by the Deputy Leader as the vote and proceeding for Monday, 22nd July 2024 to be used as a working document of this Honorable House.
Thank you very much. On that note, I put the question, and I'm expecting us to make use of our pad, that if you are in support that these votes and proceedings for Monday, the 22nd day of July 2024 become the working document of this House, press yes. If you're against, press no. And the voting starts immediately. Please, can you just use your pad? I mean your voting pad. Yes. All right, in case it's not working immediately, can we, okay, press OK to sign in, yes. So what else? Can we, if you're in support, say hi. If I get saying it, the highs have it. Thank you. Yes, let me also welcome us once again. I know there are some of our important dignitaries around. I'm aware that a national commissioner at the National Population Commission is around, former head of service, and so many other people. The protocol and the sergeant at hand, you have the permission of this House to bring them in. Please, can you lead them in? Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome, sir. You know, Mr. Dijajai was a one-time head of service in this state. And you know the meaning of head of service, Olori Ebi. He was the Olori Ebi at that time. And also a national commissioner at the National Population Commission, a friend of this House, and a respected elder statesman, because he has actually served the state meritoriously as civil servant, director, head of service, and I was opportune to also serve under him when he was in the Ministry of Commerce in those days. So you are welcome, sir. God bless you, sir. I also recognize the presence of my brother, Ayojo. I used to know him as Fishon in those days. He's technical advisor to the governor on youth inclusion. You are welcome. Thank you. And I know I have so many people up there. Maybe as soon as I get your list, we'll recognize you, but I recognize all of you. You are welcome. Without wasting time, I will quickly want to announce to us, one, that this House will be having, we'll have to look at the account of stewardship of various MDAs, ministry, department, and ministry and departments in the state and agencies. We also want to look at the account of stewardship of the local governments in Ekiti State. We'll give them like a month's notice so as to fully prepare for this. As we all are aware, some of our political head of prastasters are at least 1 year in office by now. So they, for two reasons, they will be coming to come before this House. One, to also tell the House or Ekiti people, not just this House. When I say the House, I mean Ekiti people, what they've been able to do within that 1 year. And don't also forget that we have a budget that we are running. And we are about moving into another budget cycle. It's important for us to understand the performance of that budget before we go into another budget cycle. So for MDAs, for local government, by September, Leader of the House, please, can you quickly step forward? Leader of the House. September 5th. Okay. So from September 16, we will take them for 2 weeks. I mean the local government. that is both the 16 and the other, is it 19? LCDAs, we will take them from September 16th, that is Monday 16th September 2024, through 27th of September. So they should appear before this house. And the chairman, House Committees on Rules and Business, kindly do your timetable in conjunction with the Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy, so that we can have the timetable to have them before this house. At least they've been there more than 6 months, the current crop of local government chairman. So we want to see what the MDAs will start their account of stewardship from Monday 30th through October 11. October 11. So, meaning that and when we say MDAs, all political heads of this MDA must lead their team to this place. The political heads must lead their team to this place. So where we have commissioners must lead the team. Where you have director general must lead the team. And where you have GM as the head must be the one to lead the team. So, and each committee can write to their MDAs to submit their returns in line with Order 12 Rule 99 of this house. In line with that, they must come with it, Order 14, Rule 99. Commissioners shall forward to the House all reports required by statute within 3 months of the close of the reporting period. And I know that we are already moving to that. So let them all come, and 99B6, the statutory annual report of each ministry and of all boards and commissions and other agencies reporting to each ministry for the immediate past reporting period shall be presented to the House before the consideration of the ministry estimates unless reasons are given. So we cannot consider the next budget without considering what they've done with the previous year. And that is why it's important. That is in line with the order of this house. So please ensure you have this. Or rather than even asking committees to do it, we can have a centralized, I think we should do it centrally. Let the committee, Rules and Business, and I know the clerk of the house is the clerk of that committee. So clerk of the house should write. But committees, ensure you provide them with all the agencies, ministries under your own committee, furnish the Rules and Business. On that note, if you are in support that this become the resolution of the house, say aye. If you are against saying nay, the ayes have it. Thank you. Yes. I also want the house to consider this. I went through some of our roles over the weekend. And part of what I saw was that there is the need for maintenance, particularly our road veggies. When you look at the road veggies, we have bushes also coming. And I believe that local government should be able to handle this. Maybe I should even allow members to express their view on the state of our roads, particularly when it comes to the issue of maintenance. Before I finally speak, I will allow members. Let me use the floor. Is there anybody that wants to say anything on, particularly on maintenance of our roads? Yes, Right Honorable Akeem Jamiu.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, and our visitors here present, Mr. Adijajai, I greet you, and the other personnel there. My name is Right Honorable Akeem Jamiu. I represent Repodo Infalodo Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, sir, Thank you for raising this matter. In fact, you will see my article in the newspapers today or tomorrow about the state, and particular about the state of route from Abuja to Ado-Ekiti. I traveled through that road. For a long time, I have not traveled by that road. I normally travel by air. And I know that is the reason why we have neglected that road, because majority of our people travel by air. So when I traveled on that road 3 weeks ago, it was a sorry state. The road, which is just 406 kilometers from Abuja to Ado-Ekiti, took us 7 hours instead of 4 hours. The road is about 406 kilometers, like I said, and it's a shame that the road, which is the gateway from the federal capital to the rest of the southwest, is in that sorry state. Out of the 406 kilometers, because I took my time to take details of where it's motorable and where it's not motorable. Only 222 kilometers out of 406 kilometers are motorable. And I want to tell you, immediately you leave Ekiti, immediately you leave from Ijon to Agbado de Simbode, which was the road constructed by the last JKF administration, you will begin to experience a hell of traveling, right from Iyamoye to Kaba. The only place where you can drive for about 30 minutes without stopping, apart from Isibode to Omo, is Kaba to Obajana, which is 43 kilometers, constructed by Dangote. Then another place is from Abaji to Abuja, which is about 100 kilometers. But the remaining one, you cannot drive for 10 minutes without applying your brake. And that is why you have kidnappers and all sorts of things there. So what I'm saying is that the governor of Kogi State, Usman Adodo, he must mount pressure on the federal government to fix that road, especially the Kogi axis. Just like our own governor here he mounted pressure on the federal government, and that is why they have awarded the Ado-Ekare road, which is also very strategic. It's part of the Abuja Ado-Ekiti road. So kudos to him. And Mr. Speaker, there is no reason, we have the resources, why the road from Abuja, which is the major gateway, Abuja to Ado-Ekiti is the major gateway to the southwest, because it's not only Ado-Ekiti alone. People, they will transit from Ado-Ekiti to Osogbo, to Ibadan, and to Lagos. There is no way that road cannot be fixed, cannot be tarred. Even with street lights, we have the resources. So, because not all of us can afford to travel by air.
Right,
so,
right, Honorable.
Yes,
please,
sir.
can you quickly?
Yes, I want to implore you that we must call on the federal government to urgently intervene on that road, and that is why I'm raising it as a matter of public concern. And also, the National Caucus in Abuja must also raise this. Also, the House of Assembly in Kogi State must raise it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, thank you. I was about saying, if I can still recollect very well, I know that Right Honorable Akim Jamiu, you are the chairman, House Committee on Interparliamentary, and I will just pick you up from where you stop, calling on the caucus of the Ekiti caucus of the National Assembly. Fortunately enough, you are the chairman interparliamentary. Please, on behalf of this house, we are directing that you should also reach out to the members of the National Assembly I know they've been doing a lot on this, but to further mount prayer at the national level. Let them speak on the floor of the House on the state of this road. And I know that use your committee to reach out to members at the National Assembly to raise our concern. Our voice is heard, but it can be better heard at that National Assembly. So please ensure you do that. However, I know that you have brought another dimension to what I have raised. What I have raised is about the raw veggies. Do we need, I believe that something has to be done. And please, Honorable Tunedo, yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues of Ekiti State House of Assembly, our visitors, distinguished men and women at the gallery, I am Honorable Tunde Idowu. I represent Ikere Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I am also standing to lend my voice to the issue you raised concerning clearing of our road veggies in Ekiti State. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring to your notice that most of these roads in Ekiti State are under federal government road categories. That is, all roads are not under the state, not the government. So if we are talking about clearing the veggies of our road, then there must be a serious evaluation to identify which government does, at the level of government, does these roads belong to. To those that belong to the federal road, the federal government, then the attention of the federal government is should be necessarily called this time around. That pay correct attention to the current need of clearing veggies of the road is a sine qua non, Mr. Speaker. When you consider a road, as the Right Honorable Akim Jamiu has rightly mentioned, from here to other, whenever you are going out of a state, all our road veggies are bush. You see, this has resorted to all these S-men, because most of the roads they conduct their heads along those roads. They will not want to even conduct their heads in that along that edges that are bushy. They will stay at the middle of the road. If you travel always, you will understand what I'm saying. You will need to slow down for these heads, their cows, before you can have your way. And this has degenerated to a level that even where there is no bump on our roads, these people, they hinder the way, they barricade the way to the extent by their hands, to the extent that they can easily get at you and take you and kidnap you. So those are parts of strategies they use in kidnapping. So, Mr. Speaker, without wasting your time, I have said it's essential, it's a necessity for us at the present time to clear our veggies. So we need to call on the local government chairman, the state governor, and relevant agencies of the federal government, like the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, and all other relevant agencies, that it is not enough for them. Because when you consider the news current this time around, Mr. Speaker, you see the federal government rolling out informations, rolling out facts about how many roads they have awarded, what they have done to make sure that our roads are good.
Yes,
but they should also.
Can you please round up now?
Yes, they should also move. They should also move to make sure they coordinate the contractors.
Thank you.
Coordinate their activities.
Thank you very much.
We'll be able to know what is happening in those areas.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Tunde Idowu. I call on Honorable. I remove Jacob, and I have Ebenezer Oluwayomi Ayorinde. You are recognized.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I think I'm too old to start bearing a new name at this stage of my life. So thank you for yanking that off my name. But Jacob happens to be my father's name. Maybe that's where they got inspiration from. Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished our own former head of service and our distinguished guests at the gallery. I'd like to, my name is Yomi Ayorinde, and I represent Idosi Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I'd like to lend my voice to this discussion on road wages. Your concerns are very genuine, and we must do something about it. Honorable Tunde Idowu brought a new dimension that roads are classified into federal, state, and local. If we want to approach it in a practical way, the local government should try and handle all roads that falls within their jurisdiction. Relying on federal agencies to come and clear road will never see the light of the day. So I still believe we can achieve better if we mandate, if we saddle the local government system with clearing road veggies that fall within their jurisdiction. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Honorable Tokpe Lunge. Then I call you, Honorable Femi. I'm trying to, at least, let me balance it.
Right, Honorable Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, my name is Lunge Temitope Ademola, and I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, kindly permit me to stand by the already adopted protocols because of our time. Mr. Speaker.
I love this, you are direct. Nice one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I did not know that Right Honorable Akim Jamiu was going to bring up the issue of the state of our roads, generally up this morning. I already prepared a motion, Mr. Speaker, to be moved in this assembly anytime from now. And the title of the motion is a motion calling on the federal government of Nigeria to declare a state of emergency on Ife-Ibadan Road, particularly, and mandate the Federal Ministry of Works and Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, to urgently fix or repair the good office to advise the general government and appeal the federal government that they should please look critically at our roads in the south. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
I call on Honorable Femi Fatula. Then I can come back to another Femi. Honorable Femi Fatula.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues. My name is Femi Fatula. I represent the good people of Ikole Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, let me also use this opportunity to raise our concern from the people from areas of Boeing local government and Ikole local government, still on the federal road. Mr. Speaker, the road between Ikole is by now is a no-go area. If not the grace we have for this, that we don't have heavy rain this time around, like the last year rain, nobody will be able to pass that road. Mr. Speaker, I want to call the relevant authority to that road. If there could be any palliative, if not to fix properly now, but palliative, because we are still expecting heavy rain. And if we have heavy rain on that road, the road will be a death trap for everybody. Mr. Speaker, that is my concern. Ijesha issue, Ilumba, Ikole Road. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The new lexicon into our system, the palliative, I think that is what my brother is also asking for. But I think they should do something to ameliorate the suffering of people. Particularly, I know your farm is around that place so that you will not be cut off. You don't want your farm to be cut off. But these are very genuine concerns. And let me speak last. Honorable Femi Akindele, then I think today, Idowu Odebumi will be the last person on this so that we can move to something else. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. My name is Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. As I often say, I represent the entire celestial and terrestrial bodies of the Airport Development Constituency 1. Right Honorable Speaker, let me join you to welcome Honorable Commissioner, Federal Commissioner, Mr. Adejajaye, to this Alo chamber. Right Honorable Speaker, you did mention about maintenance. I would like to dwell more on maintenance. They've spoken, my colleagues, they've either spoken about the state of roads of federal roads in Ekiti State. But as of today, Right Honorable Speaker, if you don't want to mince words, we'll be able to stand tall and call our governor, His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Banji, Mr. Project, because of road projects that is able to achieve in the state within the space of less than 2 years. Omishan Jano Road is there. Omishan Ajibandere Road is there. The popular Agric Olokwe Odoado Road, now where you now have Shashabao is there. We have these roads that has been constructed and completed under Bao's administration, while they are ongoing. However, Mr. Speaker, my own area, my own take will be on the issue of traffic signs. These roads, they are very good. These roads, they are smooth, but most of these roads do not even have traffic signs. I want you to use your seat to call upon the necessary agency that is saddled with this fixing of these traffic signs. They have to put traffic signs on our roads. We have good roads. All our state roads, most of our state roads are very good, and most of it are even under construction. The ones that have been completed, they need traffic signs. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You did not represent the Celestia and the Celestia this time around. Yes, Honorable Idowu Odebomi, the young shall grow.
And the ocean. Thank you, Capacity Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished Honorable colleagues, let me use this opportunity to extend my greeting to our leader, mentor, Mr. Deji Ajayi. Thank you for all the good things you are doing for Ekiti State and Nigeria as a country. I also want to, Mr. Speaker, kindly permit me to also greet my people from Oye Constituency 2, especially at the gallery, my leaders. They are here in numbers to come and view what is happening. They are all where we are representing the Ekiti State and also in solidarity with daughter.
Okay, I join you to greet every one of them from Omuijelu and Oye Constituency 2.
Thank you.
You are all welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I still remain my humble self, Honorable Comrade Idowu Odebomi, representing the good people of Oye Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, on this topic, I would like to narrow my own discussion to the rural areas. Our roads in Ekiti State that bother the rural areas, especially on how busiest those roads used to be. And I could remember in those days when we have, when youths in some towns voluntarily coordinate themselves to clear those roads, at least quarterly. Where are those humanity to serve it? Because clearing those rural roads is for the benefit of those towns and villages. So I would like to employ this house to direct the local government to supervise. They can easily supervise those youths coming from those the youths of those rural areas to create a time or a date, special date to clear those roads. Because I've joined them thousands of times back in those years when we set aside Saturday morning to clear those roads. So my own submission is the local government can supervise the town youths to clear those roads. Thank you very much.
Odebomi Idowu from Ijelu Ekiti, and the people of Ijelu, they have listened to you clearly. And I know some of them, you have some youths here, you have also asked them that they should have selfless service. They too can also clear some of these road veggies. That is exactly what you have said. However, you see, I brought this up because over the weekend, I traveled through Ijon, Igbemo, Ire, Ilupeju. I saw that road wet hard. But when you look at that road, of course, already it's been covered by bushes. And before you know it, the road is gone. That is one. I also, just yesterday, I traveled through Ayede down to Igede. And I busted out of Iyemero. That road now at a state of disrepair, because no maintenance and nothing more. I want to believe that when that road was constructed. It's one of the good roads constructed in Ekiti State. But what I have seen is issue of maintenance. And I think maintenance culture is missing, seems is missing in governance among the people. And I think it is time for us. And I believe local governments, because it's also important, local government will also be doing their budget very soon. I think it has to be part of their budget. And I know that when we were growing up, at least I grew up to know a few things also, though I'm still very young. I am not as old as some people here, like somebody who called himself Agbaegbe. You will agree there was this department, WP, or what do you call them in those days? And I believe that we can reintroduce that. It will serve as a means of employment to generate funds for some people. It's about economic empowerment while you are also maintaining the roads. To clear the veggies, so that one, to have clear view, two, not to allow erosion to destroy the roads, and to also save our roads from activities of the men of the underworlds. I believe that will work. But I also heard somebody mentioning Agri-Konokwe Road, newly constructed. Do you know what also comes to my mind when you mentioned that? Just by the time I was also passing through, I also saw some of these articulated vehicles passing through that same road. That road is not meant for articulated vehicles. So before you know it, what you are celebrating, if it is not adequate care is not taken to see how we can stop those articulated vehicles from plying it, then it will be a thing that we will not be able to celebrate in the next 6 months. Then it therefore means that something has to be done, particularly on our trunk C, trunk D roads. There's nothing stopping us from having barriers also, so that all these articulated vehicles will not have access through those roads, because they are not meant to be actually plying that same road. And if you allow them, then they destroy the roads, which also goes down to our maintenance that I'm still talking about. I think this house will resolve that one, the local government authority should make it a point of duty to clear road veggies within their locality. Two, that all the articulated vehicles plying our trunk C, trunk D roads should be stopped. And how do we stop them? By erection of barriers that will prevent them from passing those roads. Thirdly, is a call on the federal government to declare a state of emergency on our federal roads, particularly in the southwest. Most especially now, the Abuja-Ekiti road. The road from Abuja down to Oduayedo Ekiti, that now pass through Ikole down to Ijesha-Ishu, then to Ado. You can, if you like, you can fill in the gap by adding your areas. But at least this particular one that I've mentioned is okay to Ifaki. Okay, thank you. So, but it is important, very, very important, that the federal government should declare a state of emergency and place attention, make it a priority to work on this. It's not even about what they normally do, all these pash. I don't want to say shuka. Thank you. So, but let there be total overhauling of these roads, total construction, and that the Committee on Interparliamentary should rehearse with members of the National Assembly, that is Ekiti Caucus, at the National Assembly, to also call on the federal government to declare a state of emergency on these roads that we have mentioned. If you are in support that this become the resolution of this, I'll say aye. Observation.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Babatunde Oke, representing Ikere Constituency 1. From our debate, there's another issue I think we should add to that resolution that has to do with traffic signs. And yes, road signs. So we should add that too.
Thank you very much. Not traffic lights, but road signs.
Road signs, yes. Or the newly constructed roads.
Yes, you remember that I earlier mentioned on this floor of the house that you don't penalize a person for committing road offenses, particularly road signs, when there are no signs. I see some of our whatever agencies arresting you that this is a red line zone where there are no even signs. How do you even penalize somebody for an offense that he did not commit? You should break that rule first. But there are no signs. And I think on our roads, not just newly constructed roads, on our roads, all roads, there should be road signs. Red line, yellow line, no parking, no turning, no U-turn. We should have it. It's important. Very, very important. Let there be road signs on our roads. Then it will be easy to penalize anybody for violating those road signs. Even by our law, it's there. It is people who violate road signs. And you don't have the signs. So then how do you penalize somebody for that? So it's important that we have that as the third. So with these amendments to it, if you're in support, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. That was a great contribution from members, and that is why I love this assembly. Seventh assembly, we have cerebral people who understand issues, who always make serious debate. You have serious debate to issues, not just that. Your passion and commitment towards equity development is top-notch. Thank you. I would also like to quickly, maybe we quickly direct. I know members will agree. There's no point even debating this one. We just direct Committee on Housing, Lands and Housing, or lands. When you look at the state of our housing estates in Ekiti State, do we really have what we call housing estates? I think Committee on Lands and Housing should look into, take a comprehensive list of our housing estates. What we have, can you call it an housing estate? And it is with the view of providing solution. What do we do? Before opening up the so-called housing estate, I think it is important to have the necessary facilities in place. But we'll leave that with your committee to just go and undo. One, look at our housing estate. Are they up to standard? And meaning that you have to have interface. Your committee should have interface with management of housing corporation, even Bureau of Lands, and every other relevant authorities. Ekiti State, we are not poor. We are not at the background. We should have what it takes to have an estate. I was at New Housing Estate. I was at Okela Housing Estate. I move around personally, but I would like your committee to just handle that one and come back with a report to this house for members to debate. So we will not debate it today. If you're in support, that we leave it with the Committee of Lands and Housing, say aye. If I can say nay. Okay, even if you don't talk, the ayes have it. So Committee on Lands, please ensure you take care of that. Yes, lastly, before we move to the order of the day, is the issue of a law in this state. And every law has to be obeyed to the letter. The Committee on Legislative Compliance, Chairman, Legislative Compliance, this will go to you. There is a law in place which is Regulation Approval Law 2024, signed, assented to by the governor, that whether ministry, department, or agency can just come up with any regulation without the approval of this house. And we are aware there are regulations here and there that has not come to this house. Please, Committee on Legislative Compliance, kindly work on this. There should be a circular from this house to all ministries and agencies, informing them of the law and that it has to be followed to latter. I will not want to single out any ministry for now or agency for now until that is done. And after that, if there's any violation of this, then the house can go again after whichever department, ministry, or agencies that violate that law. Thank you. On that note, I will want to call on the leader of the house to quickly take us through the order of the day for today's plenary session.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And my dear colleagues, our visitors here in the Hello Chamber, and those at the gallery. My name is Honorable Tolige. I represent the people of Ogotun and Igbaraudo from Ekiti Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I have with me the order paper for Tuesday, 30 July 2024. And on the order of the day, there are 8 items. Items number 1 is the screening of chairman and members of the Civil Service Commission, which the nominees are 1, Sir Olubumi Famosaya for the chairman, and Chief S.O. Kaude as a member, Engineer Tunde Fakoyede as a member, Mr. Aziz Awolokun as a member, Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele as a member. Item 2 is the screening of nominees for Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, and they are, number 1, Ayodeji Eson Esquire. Number 2, Kabe Akingbolu Esquire. 3 is Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele. And item 3 is the report of the House Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities in respect of the screening of architect Temitope Oni as the Director General of the Ekiti State Bureau of Asset Management. Item 4 is a debate on the report of Committee on Security and Special Duties on the petition of the Nigeria Constabulary Police. Item 5 is a motion calling on the government of Ekiti State to set aside Asho Adire Wearing Day once in a month for both public and private institutions. Number 6. Item 6 is the report of the Committee on Due Process and SDG on Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024, while item 7 is also a motion calling on the state government to digitalize scholarship and bursary awards in Ekiti State, while item 8 is adjournment.
Well, thank you, Leader of the House. It's going to be a long day. However, I will quickly want you to amend item 4 to read, instead of debates, consideration of the report. Instead of debates. Yes, consideration by the committee of the whole House. Yes. Also, well, the rest, when we get to the bridge, we know how to cross. Well, so Leader of the House, can you quickly take item 1?
Thank you once again, Right Honorable Speaker. My name once again, my dear colleagues, my name once again is Honorable Torilo Kwege. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to move a motion seeking the leave of this House to allow the following people half access be seen and be heard for their screening. And that's in the presence of Sir Olubumi Famusaya, Chief Eso Kaude, Engineer Tunde Fakoyode, Mr. Aziz Awoloku, Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele. I so move.
Okay, please, can you just, maybe you amend it a little, that they should be allowed to come in one after the other, because it's as if you want all of them to come in straight away.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Okay. I want to make that amendment that they should be granted the leave of this House to come in one after the other for their screening.
Yes, Honourable Babatunde Faweku.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, Honourable colleague. I am Babatunde Abiodun Faweku. I represent Idosi Constituency 1. I rise to second the motion as moved by the Majority Leader that Sir Olubumi Famusaya, Chief Eso Kayode, Engineer Tunde Fakoyede, Mr. Aziz Awoloku, and Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele be admitted into this House one after the other. So I second.
So if you are in support that the fall under listed nominees as the chairman and members of Ekiti State Civil Service Commission be admitted one after the other, that is Sir Olubumi Famusaya MNI, Chief Eso Kayode, Engineer Tunde Fakoyede, Mr. Aziz Awoloku, and Tunde Akindele be admitted into this House one after the other to be screened. Say, press yes. But if you don't want them, nay. All right. 12 people voted. Neil said nay. Nobody abstained. 12 say yes. So the yes have it. Observation as to what? Honorable, which name? When we get to that, you observe. Already we have ruled. When we get to that, you can now please do that. Yes, you still have opportunity to do that. Thank you. So Second Assam, can you please bring in Sir Olubumi Famusaya, MNI? Please, can you just step to the... Sorry, sir. I know the rules of this House. Okay. I think that can even help. Yes. Yeah. Okay, that can help. Well, sir, can you please tell this House your name again, if I can remember?
My name is Patrick Olubumi, MNI.
So, if I'm correct, is that the same person who was the head of service at a stage in this state?
Very correct.
Oh, really?
Yes,
and maybe if I'm correct, were you once screened as the chairman of Civil Service Commission in this House?
Exactly, about 5 years.
Also the same person?
Yes, my lord.
And I believe there was no query from this House when you were here?
None whatsoever.
Oh, Honorable Fawekun, what do you want to say?
Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I am Babatunde Abiodun Fawekun, representing Idosi Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, I feel Sir Bumi Famsaya MNI has once been screened by this house for this same position. And it's in the tradition of this house that once you have been screened and there has not been any form of protest or whatever from where you have served, I think he should just be allowed to take a bow and leave.
So what you are saying in essence is that, please sit down, don't worry.
Thank you.
You can sit down. That Mr. Sir Olubimi Famosa has never been found wanting, either as a career civil servant, as a permanent secretary, as head of service, who later became the chairman, Civil Service Commission, who had the opportunity of appearing before the same house and was screened. And for that period, there was no any error. So you can say that it's fit and proper. Is that what you are saying? So on that note, can this house just allow him to take a bow and go? Please, kindly go. My regards to mommy. Thank you. Well, Sayyidatam, can you bring in the second person, Chief S.O. Kayode? Please, can you tell this house your name?
Right, Honorable. My name is Samuel Olayemi Kayode. I'm from Erimakwe in Maba local government.
Honorable Jacob Awoyomi, why are you looking at him? Honorable Awoyomi, why are you looking at him? No, Honorable Awoni, I said, why are you looking at him? Oh, okay, please hold on. Yes.
Can I continue, sir?
Well, I only asked your name.
Okay.
But since you have decided to continue, please continue.
By profession, I'm a chartered accountant. And I have served the state in many capacities. I was once a commissioner for finance.
Please, that is overruled this time. Let him continue. Yes, sir.
I was also a member of the state before moving to a Civil Service Commission. And we ended our tenure this year.
Okay. You once appeared before this house?
Yes, sir.
And this house graciously screened and confirmed your nomination?
Yes, sir.
And after that, you served meritoriously?
Yes, sir.
And you were not found wanting?
By the grace of God, sir, I'm credible.
But let me ask just one question.
Yes, sir.
What would you say was your relationship with this house when you served the last time?
Very cordial.
A very cordial relationship.
Very cordial relationship.
Honorable Awuni, can you confirm that to us?
Distinguished honorable members of the House, I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, representing Maba Constituency 2. I will say that the little time we spent together, because he left that office in June this year. The relationship we had with his office and the Civil Service Commission in general was a very cordial one. That is my position, Mr. Speaker.
All right, you are just saying what you have told us is not one of them that we want to undermine this house. I say what you have said is that he will never undermine this house.
He will give due respect to this house.
And it does its job well.
Yes.
All right. On that note, can we just allow Chief S. Okaode to take a bow and go? Please go and take a bow and go. Thank you. Yes, before we bring in Mr. Sis Awolokun, please, Honorable Akinele, can you now tell us your observation?
Thank you for the reminder, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. I represent the entire celestial and terrestrial bodies of Report Development Constituency 1, and luckily, the person of Alhaji Chief Assis Awolokun happens to be one of my constituents.
So you want us to change it to Alhaji Chief, not Mr.?
Yes.
Thank you. Please, you can say that. Then we can now bring in engineer. We can bring in engineer Tunde Fakoyode. Engineer Tunde Fakoyode. Thank you, sir. Please, can you just step to that length in there? Can we meet you, sir?
My name is Engineer Babatunde Fakwe. I was born in Ikere, Ekiti on 13 July 1949. I attended primary school, Ebenezer Primary School, Ikere, Ekiti. I attended Christ School at Ekiti and left Christ School at Ekiti in 1967. Worked for 2 years as a clerical clerk in federal audit. From there, I proceeded to University of Ife, where I graduated with second-class upper division in agricultural engineering. I did my youth service in Kano, 1974 to June 75. Then, from there, I got employment as a sales engineer with R2 Briscoe, Nigeria, and I was promoted as sales manager in 1978. By 1979, I was area manager north for John Holt. I worked briefly there before I became commissioner in Ondo State in 1995, August. I was commissioner for agriculture. From there, I came to, when Ekiti was created in 1996, October 1, I became commissioner for agriculture, commissioner for works, and commissioner for trade and commerce in Ekiti State, because we were only 4 people that came from Ondo State to Ekiti. So I was one of the 4, and we had to share the portfolio, so I had 3 portfolios. So I was the first commissioner for works for Ekiti State. I worked until February 1999, when there was a change of guard, and I went back to my business. When we won the election and Dr. Fayemi became the governor of the state, I was appointed again as chairman of Urban Renewal Agency in 2010. And from there, I worked for about 2 years, and I was posted to Public Works Corporation as the Director General for Public Works. After that, I was again made a commissioner in the State Civil Service Commission.
Yes, I was about asking. Well, I just wanted to get there, sir.
Yeah.
Because I know my curiosity was, is this not the same engineer, Tunde Fakoyede, that appeared before this house? It was my curiosity.
Yes, sir. We appeared here.
Yes, and I also recall that you told us all what you have said, but I want to be sure it's the same person that is before this house.
I've only gotten older a little bit. I'm the same person, sir.
Because it seems you are becoming very young. You more younger than when you even appeared that time, sir.
I'm slimmer, sir. I'm older.
Okay. And also, and I remember that this house screened and also confirmed you.
Yes, sir.
And after that, you served.
Yes, sir.
At the commission.
Yes, sir.
Without blemish.
Yes, sir.
Tunde, okay, I know you have something to say, so that we would know what to say after that. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Dear colleagues, I am Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing Ikere Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, this is our father before the House, has passed through this exercise before. He was screened as Commissioner, Civil Service Commission, and was confirmed. Because of stellar performance while he was in office, that is why he's being considered again for the same position. So as a tradition of the House, we implored Right Honorable Speaker and my dear colleagues to allow him take a bow and leave. He has told us how he has served this state in many capacities. So I can attest to the fact that he's credible and he's our leader. He's my leader, he's my father from Ikere Ekiti. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, yes, I agree with you. You think it's your father alone? Don't worry. We will let you know the rest later. Yes. Engineer Fakoyede,
sir,
I think I can attest to the fact that you are one of men that respect this house. I can attest to that.
Thank you, sir.
I can attest to that. I don't need to ask anybody that question, whether you recognize the importance of this house. You are not one of them that will want to undermine the authority of this house. Even if for that alone, sir, can you drop that bike? Can you please step forward? Sir, look at the faces of the members. As you can see, they are all smiling at you. Can you now face the maze, sir? Can you face the maze? Can you just take a bow and go? This way, sir. Now, can you bring in Alhaji Chief as 6 Awolokun? Please, can you step to the lantern? Welcome, Alhaji and Chief, because I wouldn't want your representative to crucify us in this place. He has observed you. He has also observed that you are Chief, but he failed to tell us your name. Therefore, can we meet you?
House of Assembly. I'm Alhaji Chief Awolokun Akinshola Aziz from Igede Ekiti. I was born on the 13th of June, 1963. I attended St. Benedict Catholic Primary School, Igede Ekiti. Also, Baptist Secondary Modern School, Igede Ekiti, and our Community Comprehensive High School, Awo Ekiti. Later, I proceeded to Unique International Institute of Technology, where I studied printing technology, and later to Lagos State University, Lagos State University Ojo, where I study Yoruba and Communication Arts. After I went to Ogun State, where I studied community development at Shasha in Iperu, Ogun State. I serve as a caretaker chairman in Irepodo, Ifelodo local government. Later,
Sir, if I may ask you, you served as caretaker chairman in 2014.
Yes.
When I was also serving
as
the caretaker chairman of our journey. Wait now, sir. Okay, I said when I was serving.
Yes, sir.
And I can attest to your character.
Yes.
I can attest to your person. I can attest because we were together, and Tokpe Lunge will also bear me with that witness. So, on that note, sir, can you step to the mace and just take a bow and go? Sayonara, please, can you bring in Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele? Thank you, Prof. This house would like to meet you. Yes, your mic. You can speak to the mic, sir.
The Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members of the House, my name is Sunday Tunde Akindele, a son of Ado Ekiti. I passed out from primary school, St. Paul, I attended St. Paul Primary School, Ado Ekiti, St. Mary's Secondary Modern School, Ojido. Then I attended Fakunle Comprehensive High School. But when I attended, it was named Major Commercial Training College, Oshobo. Later renamed Fakunle Comprehensive High School. So I attended University of Manitoba, Canada, then University of Benin, then OAU, and Open University. A lecturing field for a very long time. I lectured at the College of Education, Ikere Ekiti. Then I later moved to OAU in 1990. Then I've published some papers variously. And I want to say that I'm proud to be a son of the soil, a son of Ekiti State, ably represented and exceptionally represented and put on the global page by this distinguished House of Assembly, as it has been looked at and which has manifested in the greatness attended to the governance process in Ekiti State. And I'm very privileged to appear before this august House. And that yesterday when I came to submit my CV was the first time I would enter this building. And I'm privileged that this is the first time I'm entering this place. This is me, in short, the distinguished the Honorable Speaker of the House. Thank you.
Well, thank you. The only thing, I will allow one or two questions.
Yes, sir.
One, because this is your first time
Yes.
of entering this place.
Yes.
And probably this is your first appointment
Yes.
with any government or in Ekiti State.
Yes. Yes.
In Ekiti State. And members would like to know more about you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right Honorable Akim Jamiu.
Distinguished colleagues, I'm Right Honorable Akim Jamiu. I represent Rebel Referendum Constituency 2. I have one question for Professor Akindele.
Sir.
Prof, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You are a lecturer, you are a teacher.
Yes, sir.
In the university.
Yes, sir.
Do you still wish to continue as a teacher? If you confirm you as a commissioner in the Service Commission, are you going to combine that with your teaching job, or you are going to leave your teaching job for this service to your state? I want to know that. And what experience are you bringing to the Civil Service Commission of the state if we eventually confirm you? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, I am your Honorable Speaker. I have been teaching, but currently I'm on leave to go. I've started leave to go from my university. And it's a privilege for me to be so chosen to come and serve in this state that I love. My contributions that I would like to bring to the civil service are multiple. First, as a researcher, I've published a lot on the public sector of the Nigerian economy. I have worked on the civil service itself. I remember many years ago, it was, our chairman, Shifa Musaya, that called my attention to read. I think there was a seminar that was held in a local, I think many years ago. And what I wrote that time, because there's been a lot of expectations that I presented, I refer to the tripodic super bureaucracies in Ekiti State, where you have super bureaucrats that deals with the governance process, that deals with the concept of neutrality, impartiality of the civil service. And the three super bureaucracies that I identified that time, the Office of the HOS, the Office of the SSG, and the Civil Service Commission. Civil Service Commission, as a constitutional agency of government, saddled with the responsibility of attending to issues of human resources management, recruitment, training, management, disciplinary procedure in the public sector of the economy, needs to be up to the task of actually really making sure that things are done normally. And that I just delivered it as a seminar paper, but eventually I just tried to turn it here and there and then include some of my junior research colleagues. But the paper, as we have it, was published internationally. I think it was first published in Canada, then many other people have published it. So with all this...
thank you very much. I believe Right Honorable Akim Jamiu is satisfied with that question. So,
thank you.
Please.
Right Honorable Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I greet our leader and our brother, Egbonde Ajayi. Sorry, I didn't congratulate you the other time. You are a friend of this house. You are a brother and our friend. God will continue to strengthen you. Thank you for all you have done for Ekiti. Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Let me first and foremost commend you. I saw your CV. This is very intimidating.
Thank you, sir.
One of the things we are noted for in Ekiti is that we are academically inclined.
Thank you, sir.
And if you mention any Ekiti name, if you go to universities all around Nigeria and all around the world, you must find an Ekiti man who is a professor or a lecturer there. So we are naturally inclined towards intelligence. Let me commend your effort. I saw that you have your first degree in 1978
and you still went back to school in 2016 to go and read law.
Yes.
That's highly commendable. But if you, where I'm going is on your CV, sir.
Yes,
on
sir.
page 4.
Yes, sir.
In your publications.
Yes, sir.
1A. One of the papers you presented here is that in 1990, Akindele ST, financing local governments within Nigerian federalism.
Yes, sir.
A case study of Ondo State.
Yes, sir.
This was the PhD thesis, University of Benin City, Nigeria. Sir. Now, my question is this. I'm sure you must have done a lot of research work in this dimension before you publish this paper. Now, my question is this. What's your position, sir, about bicameralism vis-a-vis the Nigerian state? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that is an important question. Bicameralism is one of the pillars of democratic governance. It is very, very important when you have a bicameral legislature. It makes it possible to actually continue to fine-tune the legislative process in line with the issue of separations of power. And I've really worked on that line. It's like what we have in this country now. We are talking about autonomy here and there. So bicameralism allows for concrete and multifocal analysis of issues that touches on the psyche of Nigerians and the governed. So it is very, very relevant. It's like when in considering the legislative, I published a paper in 2011. We look at some of the impediments faced by the legislative organ, particularly if you want to do your oversight functions. People don't understand. They continue to address issues that are not relevant, but it's very, very important for the oversight functions to be performed because this is the only way. But majority of our people, the populace, they don't understand this. So with more education, they will know that even the most important aspect of the legislative process is giving credence and necessary recognitions to the performance of the oversight functions by the legislature. So bicameralism is very, very important. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I believe that you are satisfied with that. A lot of people, I can see so many hands. Who is raising observation? No, I want to see your hands down. If yours is observation, let me see it up. Okay, Honorable Tunde, Idowu Odebumi. Sorry.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. My observation is on page 3 of your CV.
Okay.
Prof, sir. Going through your CV, I have on item 4, you are on appointment as member of the Governing Council of Federal Polytechnic at Ekiti.
Yes.
And in that, you put 2021 till present.
Yeah.
So are you still a member of the Governing Council? Are you resigning to serve Ekiti State or on what capacity?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So that must be a typographical. I ended my service when the commission was dissolved. Okay, I was chosen to represent Ado Ekiti as a community representative.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'm no longer a member.
That's okay. Yeah. Yes, leader of the house.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. I'm Honorable Tolilo Kwege, I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to speak on behalf of my colleague, representative of Adowan.
Sorry, please, can you please hold on? Let's allow, because since you are mentioning Adowan, I know where you are going. Honorable Toluige, please sit down. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Ijero, Ademola Ojo.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Ademola Martins Ojo, represent good and bad people of Ijero constituency, the largest constituency in Ekiti
Well,
State.
I am glad that our own leader is here.
Yes.
That is Mr. Dijajai. You have heard the classification of those your representative is. One thing I know for sure, I know Mr. Dijajai will never be among the bad people you are representing. I am very sure. And the only thing that we are still left to know is the quantum, the number of the bad people in your constituency. And time that you normally have constituency engagement with them. Because if you are representing them, you must have constituency engagement. So, and I think maybe Mr. Dijajai will assist us so that we will know when you are meeting them. So that when we have occasion around that period, we will know how to move. But you are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I ask Prof my question, I want to greet my leader, my Oga, Egbodeji Ajay. Is an instrumental to my coming to assembly first time, second time. One of the supporters. And some of us that we know how we came on board is one of engine room. So you are welcome, Oga, to House of Assembly. Now, my question, Prof. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You have a very good CV.
It's me.
Very good one. That all over the world, it will be a point to be reckoned with.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. My question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Page 4.
Yes, sir.
In one of your publications,
yes, sir.
You wrote perception of personnel management functions in Nigeria organization, a case study of Odua textile industry at Ekiti.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how do we put that Odua textile into good service?
Are you sure you still have Odua textile?
No. Mm-mm.
It's moribund.
No. Yes, I know why. I'm still coming, Mr. Speaker. We are now going to production. The oil we embark on is no longer there.
Okay, sorry, sir. Are you trying to say that maybe we should look at textile industry?
The formation of new textile. How do we use that, your experience, to form another textile industry in Ekiti State? That is my question.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Right Honorable Speaker, sir. I did that research
on personnel management.
On personnel management.
Yeah.
Because perception most of the time are quite different from reality. When there is a gulf, there is no clear delineation or explication of concepts, then it will create a lot of gulf, whereby the management will be on a special footing, and then the employees will be on a special footing, particularly as it affects many critical aspects of personnel management, like recruitment, like promotion, like training, either in-service training or external service training. So we did a kind of exploratory research to actually sample the feelings of the people who were able to come to the conclusion that I reached in that place. It was my research for the MBA degree that I did. But now coming to the issue, I'm in the right place. This is the Hollow Chamber. This is the distinguished chamber that has put Ekiti State on the front burner of international recognition and acclamation because of your fearlessness in legislative process. So the policy to pull the textile industry back to the fold will have to be initiated through policy, through meeting with different people. Then there must be a formulation because it comes to the agenda of government. So if such a thing to go through the process of interest articulation and aggregation, and then you have a common place, then if it comes and gets to the agenda of government, then the legislative process can go through. It's a very good thing that we must be self-sufficient in Ekiti State.
Thank you, sir. Of course, sorry, please, hold on. I love particularly the perception mentioned.
Thank you, sir.
And since you have spoken around it, if I may ask you, what reform will you propose to Ekiti State Civil Service, just as you are coming on board?
Yeah, thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. There are so many ideas generating in me, but without actually really rocking the boat. You know, sometimes when you are coming in as a new entrant, so you don't have to show that you study the environment, understand the working ideology and philosophy of the people. I believe that the civil service has a very important component in the public sector that deals with recruiting and all this. And then the issue of meritocracy, the issue of training, the issue of competence. I have an idea that things must be done in this area, whereby people, in a situation whereby we understand the bureaucratic process in such a way, people that don't give clear understanding to the process of the bureaucratic process. They describe the bureaucracies as very bad, that there are a lot of pathological something in bureaucracy. No. We have to really understand. We don't turn the bureaucratic organization into the goal, because there will be a goal displacement. Sometimes when you are pursuing the goal as your own agenda without actually really knowing some of the things.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Femi Akinele, so that we'll begin to round up quickly. After Honorable Femi Akinele, I'll just take two of you and we'll close. Honorable Femi Akinele.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Coincidentally, I'm Akindele, and my name is Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. Right Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues, I just want to take Prof on. But before that, let me adopt the submission of Honorable Tokwe Lunge on the request of Ekiti people on the attitude towards reading, acquisition of knowledge. And I want to say, maybe one day, in the very near future, I would like to be addressed as Prof too.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You just told us that you are just entering into this newly, according to you. I want to ask, do you know your word, political word? Because the appointment you are about to take now is a political appointment.
Yes.
And without that, all those votes from different units and wards, the governor will not be there. Then that will, without the election that brought in Barbara, you will not have this opportunity. Please, sir, can you tell us the name of your ward, political ward? Thank you.
Well, I'm from Ward 1.
Okay. Simple as ABC.
Okay, sir.
No further question on that. Prof is from Ward 1. Yes, Honorable Awoniyi.
The Right Honorable Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members of the House, I equally want to join others to salute my former PS who later became head of service, Ogade Jajai. You were my PS in the Ministry of Education. Sir, having gone through your CV, especially on academic and professional qualifications, MBA 1978, BA and LLB, I think all these are enough testimonies that you are a brilliant person. Sir, you were born in 1955.
Yes.
And you started your primary school in 1960.
Yes.
Just about 5 years.
Okay.
How were you able to cope in those days? In those days.
Thank you.
How were you able to cope? Just about 5 years.
Okay.
Honorable Awoniyi, I beg, don't raise this question. Because some of us, we actually suffer something. And the way I am looking at Prof, he may likely suffer same with me. That you have to raise your hand to touch here, and once it doesn't touch, you have to go back home. Until my younger ones were admitted into primary school, and I was sent back home because they believe I'm still young.
Thank you.
And they needed intervention of my parents to say, no, the one you have admitted, there is younger ones. I hope that is not the same fate that has befell Prof.
Thank you, sir. Well, I will, the Right Honorable Speaker, the honorable members of the House, let me say that from my youth, I've been privilegedly and exceptionally endowed. And I had the benefits of of a very important teacher living very adjacent to our house. Even when I started, I didn't even know that I had already started. I will carry something to the school, then be taking me to school and taking me to. And not only that, I've been endowed. Even though my both parents were not literate, if you could see, I spent 4 years in secondary school. I started in 1967. I was in class 2, 1968. I was promoted from class 2 to 4. So I've been exceptionally endowed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You still have a question, Honorable Farekun? Are you okay? All right. Honorable Toluige, now you can now speak for, it's from Ado Constituency 1. Since you are the majority leader, you can speak on behalf of any member of the House. So you stand up and speak on behalf of the man representing Prof.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and my colleagues. It's been a wonderful time, and I want to join Mr. Speaker to appreciate you for always displaying the capacity which this 7th Assembly is known for. Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleague, was in the absence of the two representatives from Ado 1 and Ado 2, which I believe they would have stand up to plead on behalf of Professor. Having shown us in his CV, the rich CV, his capacity and capability, and having displayed his cerebral worth here, I think it behoves on us to allow Prof take a bow and go. And I want to plead that my colleague will allow this to be done. Thank you very much.
Well, and that's it's just an observation. Is that not correct? It's an expression of a wish. And the leader of the House has expressed his wish that the Prof be allowed to take a bow and go. But looking at Prof and looking at your, I would say, sterling performance, but I must also commend that you have exceptionally delivered, attended to questions succinctly. And I must also say that even looking at your stature and my stature, because by the time you were coming in, I was even asking myself, am I the one coming in again? And not just that alone, I also looked through your CV to realize that you were born November. Yes. And I was born November. So I now begin to look again. Am I the one standing and speaking? And for what you have done without, we know that you are going to contribute. Looking at this, what I have said is not also an approval that you will be confirmed. But I am only saying that we can now allow you to take a bow and go, waiting for the confirmation. Members will decide whether you will be confirmed or not. But I know that here, please, at this stage, no observation again. You have done exceedingly well. Please take a bow and go. Thank you. Please guide him. This is his first time in this Ado chamber. Thank you, sir. I hope you will be coming regularly to this house so that you have more experience of what we do here, sir. I know you are an expert looking at what you have read, but it's better to also come around like Mr. Dejaja is coming. You can see him seated. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think on that, that's the last person for the Civil Service Commission. I think we should just take the next before we now do the confirmation of the two commissions, or what do you think? I think that's the best way to do it. Please, can we bring in the other nominees for Judicial Service Commission. Motion to bring them in. Leader.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tori Lokwe, representing the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to move a motion seeking the leave of this House to grant Ms. Ayodeji Esquire, Kabe Akingbolu Esquire.
Have you confirmed that all of them are around? Just the person around. You can.
Okay, I would like to seek the leave of this House to allow His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele be granted the leave of this House to be allowed to enter this hallowed chamber and to be seen and be heard and be allowed to enter in his full regalia, having been people from respectable traditional homes. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder to that? Yes, Honorable Tude, okay.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
God is with you, right? Of course, from that seat, I can know that one with God
is the
majority.
And it's unusual. I want to be like Honorable Fatula today. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues. I'm Honorable Babatude Oke, representing the Kere Constituency 1. I rise to second the motion as moved by the majority leader that the nominee, His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele, be admitted for the purpose of screening exercise. I so second.
So if you're in support that Oba, His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele be admitted into this chamber to be screened as a nominee for Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, say aye. If you're against saying it, the ayes have it. Before we bring Oba Babalola, may I also respectfully appreciate Mr. Dejajai, a man I cherish a lot, and I believe that members of this House also respect for your wisdom, your contributions, and everything. I know you are about to take your leave, and this House will also allow you to go, sir, respectfully. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we can now allow His Royal Highness to come in his full regalia. This House, we recognize tradition, we believe in tradition, so even though our standing order does not allow staff or any other thing to be brought, but Kabiyesi must come in his full regalia. Well, it's to the mace, Kabiyesi, just to the mace alone. Kabiyesi, please look at your children. We know your name already. Kabiyesi, can you just take one more bow to the mace, symbol of this authority, and go? Thank you, sir. Kabiyesi has been screened. Is that not so? Yes, Leader of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker. The next item is the report of the House Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities in respect of...
Let the nominee be admitted, then the report be taken. Why she's there?
Okay, sir. I would like to move a motion that the nominee for Director General of Ekiti State Bureau of Asset Management, as in the person of architect Temitope Oni, be allowed to enter this hallowed chamber for screening as Director General. I so move.
Any seconder to that? Honorable Femi Fatula.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleague, my name is Femi Fatula. I represent the group people of the Konde Consensus 1. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to second the motion moved by the majority leader that architect Temitope Oni in the nominee for Director General of the State Bureau of Asset Management be admitted to this Alo chamber for screening. I so second.
If you are in support that Architect Temitope Oni be admitted into this Alo chamber, say aye. If you are against it, the ayes have it. Bring her in. Thank you. Please, can you just go to the lantern? And before we allow her to speak at all, you will recall that at our last sitting, this House directed the Committee on Public Utility, which was administratively done again, that Infrastructure and Public Utility should have an interface with this nominee. And the committee has also informed this House that they have met her. They've also had an interface. So we will first of all listen to the report of that committee before we take on Architect Temitope Oni, who is taking the report. So I will want the chairman, just please come out here, take the what's it called? The report, the title of the report, then lay it, and the leader of the House will take it off from there. Honorable Femi Akindele, please step forward. You can carry your mic. Yes, please.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. As I often say, I represent the entire celestial and terrestrial bodies of Report of Velodo Constituency 1. Right Honorable Speaker, I stepped forward this afternoon part of the Committee on Infrastructure, Public Utilities, or the screening of the nominee for the post of Director General Bureau of Asset Management.
Kindly lay the report, sir. Thank you. Leader of the House.
Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tolu Okwege, I represent the Status Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to move a motion that the report of the Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities on the screening of the nominee for the post of Director General, Bureau of Asset Management, be adopted as a working document of this Honorable House. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Tokpelonge.
Fellow parliamentarians, my name is Lunge Temitope Ademola. Once again, I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion that the report of the Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities on the screening of a nominee for the post of Director General, Bureau of Asset Management be adopted as a working document of this House. I so move.
If you're in support, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the House, you just take us through the findings and findings. Yes, without a motion, the House dissolved to a committee of the whole House. And leader of the house, can you please take us through the report? But without wasting time, can you just take us through the findings? Findings. What are your findings?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. As earlier submitted by you about the instruction of this House to the Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities on the screening of the nominee for the post of Director General, the following findings were made after thorough examination. The nominee possesses requisite skills in the field of asset management, having studied construction project management at MSc level, that the nominee is fit and proper to undertake the assignment based on a requisite qualification and experience, that the nominee fully understands the operational mechanism of asset management, having worked as technical advisor to the governor on buildings and designs since January 2024, that the nominee demonstrated a clear vision and understanding of the goals and objectives of the current administration in the area of infrastructure and public utilities. And lastly, that the nominee's rich experience is ultimately needed in piloting the affairs of asset management of the state, and that our nomination is not a mistake, but round peg in a round hole. And their recommendation were that Architect Temitope Oni be confirmed as the Director General, Bureau of Asset Management, Ekiti State, and two, that prior to our appointment, Architect Temitope Oni was a United Kingdom-based professional who relocated to Ekiti State, Nigeria. Because of this, both submission and tax clearance should be waived for the period of a year. Conclusively, the committee appreciates this opportunity given by the House to carry out this exercise. They are confident that the confirmation of Architect Tokoni as Director General will be well positioned to contribute significantly to the achievement of the government's objectives in preserving both tangible and intangible assets of the state. That is the takeoff.
Well, thank you. Dear colleagues, you have listened to the report of the Committee of Infrastructure and Public Utility. While we will not allow them to take the lead, they cannot be a judge in their own matter. They have done their job, and we have listened to them now, what they've told us, having interrogated and had an interface with Architect Temitope Oni as directed by this House at our last sitting. And that's the outcome. So, dear colleagues, I don't know if you have any view. And also don't forget that they also recommended that she should at least have a 1-year tax clearance. And I think, I'm not sure, I believe that we all have the test certificate already. So, which she has, I think she has complied with that already. She has a tax clearance certificate, at least for that same, for the, I'm coming. All right, at least she has been satisfied as a taxpayer in Ekiti State now. So, any comments? Honorable, no, not you yet. Any comment? Hold on, please. I said, any comment on this report? On this? Yes, Honorable Fayokum.
Right Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues. Oh, sorry, Mr. Chairman and the Committee of the Whole House. I think the committee has done a very good job by screening the nominee, and I think there's no need bothering ourselves much on that report because it is well spelled out. She has been screened, and she awaits the confirmation of this, so we won't bother ourselves screening again. Once they have screened on that.
I'm not saying you should speak about her.
Okay.
Close your eyes. You don't know that she's standing here. We are speaking to the report. She's not here. Forget that you are seeing one very light in complexion person standing. She's not here yet for now. So you have not seen her. So, no comment on this. So all right, leader of the house.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much, my dear colleagues. I'm Honorable Tolu Lokwege, and I represent the Southwest Constituency too. And apart from that, the bearer, Dr. Topo Oni, is also my constituent, being a civil engineer, and she being an architect. I want to seek the leave of this house that we give her expedient confirmation.
Leader, speak to the reports. I don't know why all of you are focusing on that. Speak to the report. Just the report. And stop looking at her.
Right, Mr. Speaker. The report of this committee is concise and is
thank you.
It's perfect.
So we should just take everything in total, yes. Adopt everything therein.
In total.
So you have, well, if this is the view of the members, that we should adopt the report and take the recommendation in total, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. On that note, the House dissolved back to plenary session. Now you can see her now. You can now make your comment. However, even though she has appeared before the committee, and I know they've interrogated her, but we must hear her voice. Can you talk to us, madam? Can we meet you?
Good afternoon, Right Honorable Speaker.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, House. Permit me to ride on the existing protocol. My name is Temitope Oni. I'm from Ijelu Ekiti, the very small village that knows how to deal with the devil anywhere he's misbehaving. From the ward Omu Ijelu Ward 2, I'm from Ifelodun Ilupeju LCDA, and I'm also from Oye local government. I had my primary school education at Emmanuel Anglican Primary School B, just across the flyover there. And from there, I proceeded to Federal Government Girls College Akure, where I finished my SSCE. And then I went to Yaba College of Technology to study architecture before I went to the UK for my MSc Construction Project Management. I also started a PhD in construction, but because of some personal issues, I had to put it on hold. By the grace of God, I'm still going to conclude that in the nearest future. And I have worked within the capacity of an architectural technologist in Lagos. From there, I got a lecturing job with Lagos State College of Education. I lectured there for about 14 years before going to the UK. And even at the UK, I also lectured as a research assistant in the university where I was having my PhD. After that, I moved over to University of Central Lancashire in Preston as a research assistant, which I was there for about 3.5 years before I got a job at Persimmon Homes as an assistant, not a manager, a construction manager for an estate. But because I am an immigrant, they will not give you the full power. So I was working in line with another white man there. Before Oga finally saw my CV somewhere, and then we started talking. And I found myself here January 2024. I want to say a very big thank you to the committee that saw me yesterday. They received me with so much warmth. They made me very comfortable. Though, of course, it was a screening, they did their job very well. And I also tried my best to answer their questions as much as I could. And I want to say a very big thank you to everybody here for adopting and accepting the report that was brought. I want to say a very big thank you to our principal, the governor, Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji, for the trust he has imposed in me. And I promise him that by the grace of God, I will not fail him. And by the grace of God, we will all work on this Ekiti project and take it to the highest level possible. In Jesus' name.
Thank you. Well, I agree with you that the committee has screened you. But I'm sorry to this committee, we are accepting your, but please, can you tell Ekiti people, why do we even need assets management. Don't forget, we just passed a law setting up that bureau. Why do we even need it? Let the people, let them know why we need it.
Okay. Asset management is all about ensuring a sustainable optimization, preservation, maintenance, and management of the assets of any organization. And well, from my experience since I came in January, I think there really is a gap in that area because when we talk about the buildings, I don't think we have any maintenance culture. There is no routine checks. There are no routine repairs. The cars, the vehicles, they don't have any maintenance culture. There is no time I've been assigned a vehicle that it has not given me problem on the way side. All of this, if there had been an asset management in place, a proper asset management, I'm sure all of this would have been put in place. Asset management has to do with, the first thing I think we need to do is to have an asset inventory. Because when I came in as TA Public Buildings and Infrastructure, I tried to meet with those I think should have some data on public buildings and infrastructure, but I met brick walls. It's as if nobody has anything. I said, even for an ordinary store, there should be inventory. But it's like we don't
Dear
have...
colleague, I think this woman really understands the job. And this has justified the report of the committee. Of course, listening to her has justified the report of the committee. I will allow your representative to say one or two things, and maybe we can take our final, whatever, we have our final take. Yes, Honorable Idowu Odebumi.
The capacity, right, Honorable Speaker, my distinct honorable colleagues, I still remain my humble self, Honorable Comrade Idowu Odebumi, representing the good people of Oye Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, permit me once again to salute my leaders up there, from Leader Falade, Leader Rile, my party chairman, for taking up their time to witness what we are doing in Alo Chamber, and also for accompanying their brilliant daughter to this Alo Chamber. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the feed of this, our industrious and illustrious daughter, you will discover that our feed deals with a technical field that has to do with majorly men from school days, even from departments. Architecture, you only find few students, a female student, that will be bold enough to go for architect in school. And looking at the CV, she has done so well for herself. She has proved to us that truly what a man can do, a woman can do it better. And today, even despite we are in the spirit of Japaism, when we have brilliant people leaving our country to another country, today we are having someone so rich with a Britain certificate, deem it fit to japa back to Ekiti State, to come and serve our state, to come and right the wrong, not minding what we are facing in our country today. I think this is kudos to her. And I so much believe that in this Alo Chamber, my honorable colleagues, we are all members of E for She. We believe in so much in empowering our women. We believe in so much giving them the opportunity to serve. And here today, we are having one of them that will be handling our assets for us, that will be managing our assets for us, that will be correcting the wrong, the wastage in governance. I want to play to my honorable colleagues that we should just allow these our brilliant products to take a bow, and why we give her a quick confirmation. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker and distinguished parliamentarian.
Thank you. Honorable Tokwe. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, 1, oh yeah, 2. 2 minutes.
Fellow parliamentarians, let me welcome you once again to this all-men sitting today. Mr. Speaker, much has been said about...
Well, since you have brought that up, I also need to quickly mention that our women, because we love empowering our women in this house. Of course, if there's anything we love most, is to empower our women. And that is why we have allowed them to go on a capacity building program in Abuja. So if you don't see our women here, they are presently attending a capacity building program in Abuja. I think even people should clap for us for this house now for doing a great job. Yes, please go ahead now so that when you say all men, they will know that our women are on capacity building.
Mr. Speaker, before I proceed, I would want you to kindly help women in this assembly so that we would not protest. Because the way you are protecting our women, the way you are protecting them, I think we men should also you should find a way to protect us, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. This nominee is standing before you, Mr. Speaker. Much has been said about her. Her CV is also a testament to her competence and our intellectual ability to handle that particular position. Mr. Speaker, I'm not going to speak about academic qualifications, about paper qualifications. I'm going to speak to her integrity. I have known her as a child. I have known Tokwe as a child in this Ado Ekiti. We grew up together, we lived together in Adebayo, and the parents are there, they can attest to it. I knew her as a 8-year-old girl in Adebayo, growing up together. So I want to speak to her character, Mr. Speaker. This person has not only come back to come and serve her state because she has passion for this state, but because she's a disciplined human being. And I can say, Mr. Speaker, for a fact that wherever the government of the state decides to put her to serve, everywhere the governor decides to put her to serve, she will serve with integrity and very sterling qualities. Mr. Speaker, let me finally join my voice to other speakers that have spoken, that this person standing before you, I can attest to our strength of character. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you for standing as a guarantor. Because that's exactly what you have done. You have stood in as a guarantor. That is what, of course, if there is anybody you need now as your guarantor, you can pick him. But in all, having read the committee's report, having listened to you, or also having listened to members of this house, one can attest to the fact that we are having a round peg in a round hole. I picked that from the report because I saw that in the report. And again, even politically speaking, you also try to bamboozle us or daze us by also saying that you are from Ijelu, from Ilupeju, Ifeloju, SCDA, to show that you are a son of the soil, that you know where you come from. Your representative now kill it all. And by saying we have our leaders from your ward, your own ward, your community, here to give you that solidarity. Even the chairman of the greatest party in Nigeria shows that you are known at home. So it's not just at Onriwa that we have in our midst. And you have told us that you attended the Emmanuel. You've told us so many things that we have listened to you and your experience, where you worked, and you have also told us you understand the job, that there is the need to optimize and the usage of our public facilities. You saw a gap, and you believe that gap you can fill. If all these I have said are correct, then I think this house will not but allow you to just go and take a bow and leave. Please step forward, take a bow and leave. And for those of you that have been asked to comment on report, and the only thing you are commenting on is the woman, You better take your eyes off her. Yes, leader of the house.
Thank you, Mr. Capacity. The very right honorable Speaker of...
Sorry, please. Thank you, people from Ijelu. Thank you very much. We can see that you are in your good numbers. Thank you. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Speaker, thank you once again. I'm Honorable Tolulokwe Ige. I represent the Southwest Constituency too. Right Honorable Speaker, in our Right Honorable Speaker, in our plenary of last week, you remember that the report...
Odebumi, can you please go back to your seat, or you go to your seat? If you want to go out, see her, you can go out without any disturbance. Thank you.
So, like I was saying, Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to remind you that the report of the Committee on Security and Special Duties on the petition of the Nigerian Constabulary Police was submitted to this House, and you directed the Committee of Rules and Business to schedule it for consideration at the Committee of the Whole House. In view of this, I would like to move a motion that this House dissolves to Committee of the Whole House to consider the report of the Committee on Security and Special Duties on the petition of the Nigerian Constabulary Police. I so move.
Yes, Honorable Yomi Ayonide.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I am Yomi Ayonide. I represent Idosi Constituency 2. I rise to second the motion as moved by the majority leader that the committee, the Chairman House Committee on Security, be allowed.
No, I'm sorry. He said to be that we should
that the House dissolve into committee
of the whole House.
Of the whole House.
Thank you. If you are in support, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The ayes have it. This House dissolved to Committee of the whole House. Yes. This is Committee of the whole House, and leader, before we even do anything, it has often been said that when you are 40 years and above, and you are sitting for more than 1 hour, you should also take time to relax yourself. On that note, I think members should just take a moment, don't go out of the hall, but you can walk around to relax.
phone number.
Yes, you are welcome to the committee of the whole house. We have a report to be considered as presented by Committee on Security and Special Duties. I will call on the leader of the house to quickly take us through the report. Members can also consider it. Leader, can you just take us through those areas that are very, very critical?
Thank you.
It's good to have the background information.
Yes.
Then findings and their prayers. Please, let's do quick. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tolilo Pege. I represent Ekiti Southwest Constituency 2. This report is from the Committee on Security and Special Duties on the petition of the Nigerian Special Constabulary Police. The commander of the Special Constabulary Police explained that the Nigerian Special Constabulary Police is an idea of the Nigerian Police Force, which was to provide security to lives. In view of this, 16 able-bodied men and women were selected from each local government throughout the country. These selected were subjected to rigorous training and certified as Nigerian Special Constabulary Police, and therefore deployed to their various states of origin on 11th January 2021. All their duties were with the promise that they will be paid stipend pending their conversion to a full-fledged status of a police officer.
Honorable Tunde, okay, please come.
During the investigation of the committee, their findings were that the 16 people translates to 256 constabularies in Ekiti State. They also found that since their deployment to Ekiti State in 2021, they have served the country under the police force for a period of 3 years and 2 months without any form of allowance or stipend. Their letter of appointment were not EU to them, which makes it difficult to understand the nature of their employment. In the course of their service to Ekiti State and Nigeria, one of the Ekiti State Constabulary Police, Omoto Ibwega from Orepodu in Falodun, lost his life in an accident, and one Omoleye Ayola from Ayegunle in Ejiro local government got amputated as a result of an injury sustained in the course of discharging his duty at the outpost station in Ayegunle, Ekiti on 15 December 2021. The kits given to them after the Kubel have worn out and no financial support of any sort to renew it. These people are educated and law-abiding citizens with the interest of the country at heart, and they are conversant with the techniques of tackling crimes, having worked with the police for 3 years. They have also channeled their complaints to appropriate authorities, other authorities such as the Commissioner of Police, the State Council of Obas, and Office of the Governor, but they have gotten no respite or response. Their prayers that our amiable governor, His Excellency Governor Biodemami, to please have compassion over them and pay their stipends to 256 constabulary police, and excluding the one that lost his life. They are appealing that the governor, through this honorable house, to please consider and convert this special constabulary police to state police whenever the need to recruit the state police arises. That they will be glad if the government can also commence payment of stipend and replace their uniforms like some states in the federation such as Lagos, Gombe, Sokoto, Zamfara has done to this constabulary police. The recommendation of the committee after hearing their findings and the prayers of the petition is that the committee recommends that the government of Ekiti should please be compassionate about these Ekiti sons and daughters and consider them for monthly stipends, and also change their worn-out kits to encourage them like other states mentioned above. That the state government should consider and convert the Ekiti State Special Constabulary Police to state police officers whenever the need to recruit the state police in Ekiti State arises. And finally, this committee appreciates the right of and the colleagues for providing the opportunity to serve in this regard. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
That the committee has done a great job. Yes, but have you read the recommendation? Okay. Yes. Okay. So they've done a great job, and we've listened to a leader who has gone take us through. I will allow comments on this by members before we come to a resolution. Honorable Oluwayomi Ayorinde.
Distinguished colleagues, I am Honorable Yomi Ayorinde. I represent DOC Constituency 2. The matter at hand is an important one. We still have so many ungoverned spaces in our state. And the major problem we have all over the country is still problem of insecurity. Any effort to get additional hand to complement what the conventional security agencies are doing is a welcome idea. These people, the set of people in question, they have been trained, we have been benefiting from their services. They have been complementing the efforts of police and other security agencies. I think the best we can do is to do everything within our power to ensure that we keep them happy so that they can continue to function well in assisting our security agencies. If there's any commitment that has been reached in the past, I want to align with the committee that government should honor those commitments and keep them working for us. I thank you for your attention. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Oluwayomi Ayorinde, and I call Honorable Tokwe Longe. Yes, thank you. Yes, Honorable Femi, you will be after Honorable Tokwe Longe.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Longe Temitope Ademola. I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, let me join my voice to the issue of the constabulary as raised by the Honorable Babatunde Omotayo. I stand here, Mr. Speaker, to adopt in toto the submission of the Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Ayorinde. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you because I know you. You are Honorable Ayorinde, you always love to do things together. Now you adopt everything. And I hope when the issue of Olami comes up, that you will, when Honorable Ayorinde makes his submission, you must adopt it in toto. Honorable Femi Akindele.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Honorable Femi Akindele. I only wanted to observe that the recommendations as contained in the report is expressed and is clear. I just want to plead with the Right Honorable Speaker for us to allow us adopt that recommendation. Thank you.
Okay, maybe we'll just go straight to the recommendations. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. There are two recommendations as found by the committee, and the first recommendation is that Ekiti government should please be compassionate about these Ekiti sons and daughters and consider them for monthly stipends, and also to change their worn-out kits to encourage them like other states mentioned above, and that the state should consider and convert this Ekiti State Special Constabulary Police to state officers whenever the need to recruit the state police in Ekiti State arises. Those are their two recommendations.
Why the recommendations are very good, which also be a bit cautious. Anything that we add to the wage bill of the state, we must allow the executive to take a critical look at it and to be sure that they are ready to accommodate it. Though the report says on the compassionate grant, the House will, by resolution, request that the office of the Special Advisor on Security to also take this up with Mr. Governor with a view that stipend, we are suggesting to that office to take it up with Mr. Governor with a view of coming up with a modalities for the payment of stipends to this group of people. And number two, that the state government should consider or place this set of people on priority list when the idea of state police come to fruition. They should be given priority when the idea of state police is being considered or comes to reality. I think it is better that way. I think it is better that way. If you are in support, say hi. If you are against, say nay. The high service. Leader of the House, before we go into plenary session, can we take the report of the screening exercise? Let's quickly consider that also so that we can do the confirmation together. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Earlier on today at the plenary, the House screened chairman and members of the Civil Service Commission, and there are 5 of them who attended: Sir Olubumi Famusaya, Chief Eso Kaode, Engineer Tunde Fakoyede, Mr. Aziz Awoluko and Professor Tunde Akindele. The House found that the first three nominees were previously members of the Civil Service Commission, and the House asked them to bow and go. The House screened and quizzed and questioned Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele, and equally, the House asked him to bow and go. Equally, the House also screened His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele, and in view of our preference and respect to traditional institution, this House equally asked him to bow and go. And this House further went on to consider the report of the Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities in the screening of architect Temitope Oni as the Director General of the State Bureau of Asset Management, and found out too that this nominee has evidently qualified civil profile to handle this duty as Director General, and this House equally asked her to bow and go. It is in the purview of this committee of the whole House to now sit and consider them for confirmation.
Well, I will call on Honorable Awoniyi to confirm if that is correct. Honorable Awoniyi, kindly confirm to us.
Right Honorable Speaker, sir. Distinguished Honorable Members of the House, I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi. I stand here this afternoon to confirm the report, the report mentioned and said by the majority leader of the House about the activities of this House since morning up to
at
now.
plenary.
Yes.
All right. So if that is the activity that transpire at the plenary, I don't know if there's anybody that has any comment or any observation to it, or do we adopt what we have done at plenary as the committee of the whole House? You have listened to them, you listened to the report. Is there any of them that you have issues with, or any of them that has not performed up to expectation that you want us to drop? Let's quickly speak on that. All right, Honorable Oluwayomi Ayorinde.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
The chairman here.
Oh, the chairman, distinguished colleagues. My name is Honorable Yomi Ayorinde, and I represent Idosi Constituency 2. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have done a thorough job already. We have listened to them, we have evaluated them. Where necessary, they have been grilled. And we are quite pleased with all that has been done. Without necessarily wasting much time, I just want you to know that the job we have done is good enough, and I want us to adopt all that we have done today.
Thank you, people. From what you have said, I agree with you that the people that appear before us today are men that are ready to work for the development of Ekiti State, and they are men that we can say they are empowered in a round hole. And by our screening, I think they are good. Are we saying that we should confirm their appointment? Is that our belief? Okay. We will take that back to the plenary, that the committee of the whole House has agreed to confirm the nominees as contained in the report. So, Leader of the House, can you just move the motion that we reverse back to to plenary?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, my name is Honorable Tony Lokwaide. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to move a motion, having exhausted our discussion at the Committee of the House, that this House do reverse back to plenary. I so move.
Fawekum, Honorable Fawekum.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, I rise to second the motion as moved by the majority leader of the House, that this House will go back to normal plenary. Thank you.
This House reverse to plenary session, say hi. The high service. Thank you. Welcome back to plenary session. Leader of the House, can you just give a report of the Committee of the whole House? There are 2 issues considered. Don't forget that. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And my dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tony Lokwege. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. and by the grace of God, the majority leader of this 7th Assembly. My dear colleagues, at the Committee of the whole House, this House considered the report of the Committee on Security, and Special Duties, and the recommendations, adopted recommendations, were that by the resolution of the Office of the Special Advisor on Security.
Please speak to the mic.
The resolution is that the Office of the Special Advisor on Security Affairs take this EU up with the governor with a view of coming up with modalities in paying up the stipends to these affected people. And secondly, the other resolution was that the state government be advised to consider this special concern program, to consider these state police officers whenever the need arises to be recruited as state police in Ekiti State.
Honorable Karim Agumade, can you please confirm that, whether it's correct?
Right Honorable Speaker, I agree with the submission of the Leader of the House in toto.
That is the true reflection of what transpired at the Committee of the whole House.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, a motion now. Since you have confirmed that, then Leader of the House, just move the motion that become the resolution of this House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, once again, I'm Honorable Tori Lopoege, and I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. My dear colleagues, I would like to move a motion that the resolutions, as previously read, that the Special Advisor on Security should take it up with Mr. Governor for possible consideration of payment of their stipend, and also their consideration for employment into the state police forms resolution of this House. I so move.
If you're in support, any seconder, sorry. Any seconder? Yes, Honorable Babatunde Omotayo. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Babatunde Emmanuel Omotayo. I represent the good people of the constituency. I rise to second the motion blue by the majority leader. Thank you.
All right, if you're in support that the resolution as read out by the Leader of this House become the resolution of this House, say aye. If you're against any, the high serve it.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Also, at the Committee of the whole House, this House equally considered the nomination and screened the candidacy of This House also considered the nomination and screened the candidacy of Sir Olubunmi Famusaya, Chief S.O. Kaode, Engineer Tunde Fakoede, Mr. Al-Aji Aziz Awolokun, and Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele as members of the Civil Service Commission, and confirmed them to be qualified and suitable to serve in this commission.
Babatunde Fawekun, please confirm to this House if that was the report, was the true reflection of what transpired at the Committee of the whole House.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleague, I'm Babatunde Fawekun. I represent the Dosi Constituency 1. I rise to confirm that the report which the majority leader of the House have read are true reflection of what happened at the Committee of the whole House. So I submit.
So on that note, I will put the question, and for confirmation, because the Committee of the whole House met and resolved to confirm the nomination of Sir Olubunmi Famusaya as the Chairman, Civil Service Commission. At that Committee of the whole House, it was resolved that Chief S.O. Kayode be confirmed as a member of Ekiti State Civil Service Commission. It was also confirmed, agreed to at the Committee of the whole House that Engineer Tunde Fakoyede be confirmed as a member of Ekiti State Civil Service Commission. it was also agreed at the committee of the whole House that Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele be confirmed as a member of the Ekiti State Civil Service Commission if I believe that was the true reflection of what transpired at the committee of the whole House. And if this is the true reflection of what transpired at the committee of the House, I call on the leader of the House to move a motion for their confirmation.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, once again, I want to move a motion that Sir Olubunmi Famusaya as chairman, Chief Esu Kaude, member, Engineer Tunde Fakode, member, Al-Aji, Chief Aziz Awoloku, member, and Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele, member, be confirmed as commissioners on the board of the Civil
Chairman
Service.
and Commissioner.
Chairman and members of the board of Civil Service Commission. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Babatunde Faweku.
I rise to second the motion as moved by the majority leader that Sir Famusaya, chairman, Chief Esu Kayode, member, Engineer Tunde Fakoye, member, Mr. Aziz Awoloku, member, Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele, member, be confirmed as member of Ekiti State Civil Service Commission.
On that note, I will put the question that if you are in support that Sir Olubunmi Famusaya Menai be confirmed as the chairman of the State Civil Service Commission, that Chief Esu Kayode be confirmed as a member of the State Civil Service Commission, that Engineer Tunde Fakoyode be confirmed as a member of the State Civil Service Commission, that Alhaji Chief Aziz Awoloku be confirmed as a member of the State Civil Service Commission, and that Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele be confirmed as a member Civil Service Commission. Kindly press yes. Kindly vote yes if you are in support. All right. 14 people voted for their confirmation. 14 people voted yes. Nin say no, and nobody say nay. On that note, the yes have it. So, Sir Olubunmi Famusaya, Chief Esu Fakoyode, Engineer Tunde Fakoyode, Esu Kayode, Aziz Awoloku, Professor Sunday Tunde Akindele's appointment as chairman and members of the State Service Commission had been confirmed. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. We are blessed to have you, and I also want to appreciate my colleagues. It's wonderful serving with you. I'm Honorable Tolilo Kwege. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, also at the Committee of the Whole House, this House screened the nomination of His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele for service at the Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, and it was the resolution of this House that His Royal Highness Oba Babalola will be confirmed as a member of the Judicial Service Commission.
Right Honorable Hakeem Jamin, please, can you confirm that to us, sir? If that was a true reflection of what happened at the Committee of the Whole House, sir.
Right Honorable Speaker. Yes, I confirm that that is the true version of what happened in the whole House, that we have agreed to confirm the nominees that we have earlier screened. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
The Leader of the House to move the motion for the confirmation of His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele, while we schedule the rest of them till another day to appear before the Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to move a motion that His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele be confirmed as a member of the Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, while Ayodeji Esquire Kabe Akingbolu Esquire be scheduled to meet the committee of the House of Assembly on Judiciary for their screening. I so move.
Honorable Tunde, okay.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Dear colleagues, I am Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing Ikere Constituency 1. I rise to second the motion that His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele be confirmed as member of Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission and the rest of the nominees to appear before the Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters. I so second.
So therefore, I put the question again that if you are in support, that the appointment of Oba, His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele be conferred as a member of Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, while the screening of Ayode Jason Esquire and Kabil Akingbolu Esquire be stepped down and to appear before the Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters. If you are in support, press yes. If you are against, press nay. Please vote. Thank you. 13 voted in favor, and nil voted against. On that note, the yes have it. And I say the yes have it. His Royal Highness Oba Babalola Oladele's appointment has been confirmed as a member of Ekiti State Judicial Service Commission, while Ayode Jason Esquire Kabil Akingbolu's screening stepped down to appear before the Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters. Thank you. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Finally, in the Committee of the Whole House, the committee considered the report of the Committee on Infrastructure and Public Utilities in respect of the screening of Architect Temitope Oni as the Director General of the Ekiti State Bureau of Asset Management. And at the Committee of the Whole House, the committee adopted the recommendation of this committee in toto. And the recommendations are that Architect Temitope Oni be confirmed as the Director General Bureau of Asset Management, Ekiti State, and are proud to our appointment. Being a UAK-based professional, on the strength of our submission, our tax clearance should be waived for the period.
Thank you very much. The committee has considered this report. Honorable Ademola Ojo, please, can you confirm whether that was the true reflection of what happened at the Committee of the Whole House?
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Ademola Martins Ojo, represent good and bad people of Ijero constituency, the largest constituency in Ekiti State. Right, Honorable Speakers, I stand to confirm as the motion assumed by the by the report of the Committee of the Whole House of what has transpired that happened, that the report and adoption of Architect Temitope Oni should be confirmed.
Thank you very much, sir. So if that is the report, and that the report is a true reflection, may I call on the Leader of the House to move the motion for the confirmation of Architect Temitope Oni?
Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, once again, I'm Honorable Torilo Pege, and I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. I would like to move a motion that this House confirms Architect Temitope Oni as the Director General Bureau of Asset Management, Ekiti State, and that our tax clearance for 1 year be waived. I so move.
The Minority Leader, Honorable Oladele Olaoye.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise this afternoon to, my name is Honorable Oladele Ogushakin. I represent the good people of Ekiti East Constituency 1, which comprises of Omo and Isibode Ekiti. I rise to second the motion moved by the majority leader that the architect Temitope Oni should be confirmed as Director General of the State Bureau of Asset Management. I so second.
That if you are in support that the appointment, the nomination of architect Temitope Oni be confirmed as the Director General of Bureau of Asset Management, press yes. If you're again, press nay. Now you can vote. Fourteen people voted, and they all voted in favor. On that note, the yeas have it. Architect Temitope Oni, nomination as the Director General of Bureau of Asset Management, Ekiti State, is hereby confirmed. Leader of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker. My dear colleagues, once again, if I won't be challenged by Right Honorable Speaker, I remain my humble self, Honorable Tori Lopege, and I represent the Southwest Constituency too. And the next item in our order of the day is item number 5, and is a motion calling on the government of Ekiti State to set aside Asho Adire Wearing Day once in a month for both public and private institutions. The mover is Honorable Temitope Adelonge. Right, Speaker, you may now call on Honorable Temitope Adelonge to move his motion.
No, is to move a motion to be heard.
Yes. You may now call him to move his motion to be heard.
Thank you. Honorable Adelonge, can you move a motion that is to be heard?
Right, Honorable Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, my name once again is Longe Temitope Ademola. I rise this afternoon, Mr. Speaker, to move a motion calling on the government of Ekiti State.
Your motion, sir. Your first motion is to seek the leave of this House.
Okay.
To be heard. To now move your motion, please.
Okay, right, Honorable Speaker. Permit me to seek the leave of this Honorable House to be heard in order to be able to move my motion, sir.
Your motion calling?
My motion calling on the government of Ekiti State to set aside Asho Adire Wearing Day once in a month for both public and private institutions. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And I can see that the Adire actually fits you perfectly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Seconder, Honorable Karim Agumbiade, you are seconding that you should be heard.
Right, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Karim Agumbiade, member representing Ekiti West Constituency 1. I'm seconding the motion moved by Honorable Temitope Longe that the motion should be heard.
That the motion has moved by Honorable Tokwelege calling on this House, that is seeking the leave of this House to be heard in bringing up this motion that is calling on the government of Ekiti State to set aside Asho Adire Wearing Day once in a month for both public and private institutions. Say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. Meanwhile, Honorable Tokwelonge, you have the leave of this House to be heard on this motion. But I think it will be better to fix another date whereby you will now move your motion properly. I think that's better. Yes. So because for this all important motion, I think the whole house should be on ground. Not even that alone, I think you should mobilize people even from your constituency to come around. They should know that actual delay is very, very important. We should even have representative of the office of the wife of the governor to be here on that day. You agree with me? And if I know the date, I think I should also wear my delay in solidarity. So please, we will look for the next allotted date. The Chairman House Committee on Rules of Business kindly list this to the next allotted date. Thank you. Yes, Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Capacity. The next item is item 6, and is the report of the Committee on Due Process and SDG on Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, the Chairman of the Committee is Honorable Femi Fatola. You may now call him to present his report.
Please, Honorable Femi Fatola, can you just step forward and read the title of your report and lay it before the House?
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Femi Fatola. I represent the good people of the Ikole Consensus 1.
Please don't forget to always put that honorable. It's
Thank
not
you,
easy to be an honorable member. Please, can you just address us again?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Femi Fatola.
Thank you.
I represent the group of the Ikole Consensus 1. Mr. Speaker, I ask you to tender the report and SDG on Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024.
Thank you. You may now lay the report. Thank you. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Capacity. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to move a motion that the report of the Committee on Due Process and SDG on Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024 be adopted as a working document of this Honorable House. I so move.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Awoniyi.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable members, Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, representing Oba Constituency 2. I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, representing Oba Constituency 2. I rise to second the motion moved by the Majority Leader of the House that the report of the Committee on Due Process and SDG in Ekiti State Public Procurement First Enactment, First Amendment, Bill 2024, be adopted as a working document of this House. So, I so second, sir.
I don't know that I put the question that if you are in support that the report of the Committee on Due Process and SDGs on the Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024 be adopted as the working document of this House, say aye. If you're against any, the ayes have it. On that note, this report is committed to the Committee of the House for the consideration at the next allotted date. Thank you. Yes, Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Once again, I remain my humble self, Honorable Tori Lokwaige, representing the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, the next item on our order of the day is item 7, and it's also a motion calling on the state government to digitalize scholarship and bursary awards in Ekiti State. The mover of this motion is Honorable Idowu Odebumi. You may now call on him to move a motion requesting the leave of this House to grant him hearing.
Yes, Honorable Idowu Odebumi would like
Thank you, Capacity Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. I still remain my humble self, Honorable Comrade Idowu Odebumi, representing the good people of Oye Constituency 2. Distinguished honorable colleague, I want to seek the leave of this House that the motion on digitalization of scholarship and bursary award in Ekiti State be heard.
Thank you. Honorable Femi Akindele, the seconder.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Honorable Femi Olanrewaju Akindele. I rise to seek the leave of this House that the motion calling on...
No, you are seconding. You are seconding.
To second that,
yes.
I rise to seek the leave of this
You are
House
not the one seeking,
to
sir.
second.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
To second the motion that's calling on the state government to digitalize scholarship and bursary award. I so second.
Well, if you support that the leave of this House be granted for the presentation of this motion, say aye. If I get say nay, the ayes have it. Well, the same fate that befell the motion calling on a day to be set aside for a delay, wearing day, also befell this one. Digitalization of bursary, very, very important. And I think you need to also mobilize your students to come around when you have the proper time to present this motion. Leader of the House or the chairman of Rules and Business, kindly fix this to the next allotted day when Honorable Odebumi will be heard properly to speak on the merit, because I know you only want to speak on the merit alone, why digitalization is important of the bursary in Ekiti State. Thank you. Yes, Leader of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Capacity. My dear colleagues, once again, I'm Honorable Tolilokwe again. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right, Honorable Speaker, it seems we have exhausted the items on our order paper for Tuesday, 30th July 2024. And on the foregoing, I wish to move a motion that this House adjourns synodal.
Second, before I make my view, Honorable Takpalo. Thank you. Yes, before I put the question under motion for adjournment, I will first of all want to recognize the presence of our people from Ogotun Ekiti. Unfortunately, these are newly sworn ESCO of Ogotun Development Union. They are here at the gallery, and I'm aware that Professor Aziz Olaniyan is here, seated at the gallery. Honorable Joe Allo is there. Mr. Oyebode Ademola is also there. Honorable Luwadari Abiodun is there. Mr. Dansi Babatunde is there. Mr. Faroye Samuel is also there. I'm equally aware that Mr. Ogundare Ojo is there. And Eda Agbola Abiodun, that is in no particular order. We recognize you. And we thank you for giving our brother, the majority leader of the House, the needed support at back home. We thank you for your support for him all the time. And we thank you for what you are doing in your community, particularly to ensure that what we are doing here has effect back home. We say you are welcome to the State House of Assembly. God bless you. We also want to mention, is important, before we close this legislative session, it is on note that currently in our country, there is a movement calling for a national protest, which is built by the report we had to commence on the first day of August. This House believes that when it comes to issue of protest, it is the inalienable right of Nigerian citizens to protest on whatever, it is their legitimate right. However, it's also our belief that there is what we call 3 C's, particularly for those of us who are coming from the background of activism and the comrades among us, which is about consultation first. There must always be room for consultation. And I believe that the government is already open to that, calling for consultation, not just consultation, also taking proactive measures to address the issues that has been raised. So I believe that protests at this point in time might not be the solution, but I think the need for us to sit down together on a round table, which I know the government is open to, but we will not fail to mention that it is legitimate. Protest is a legitimate right, but there is the need to also apply wisdom, because our country will remain our country. We must not allow anything that will truncate the peace of this country. We must not allow anything that will run our country into chaos. We will not, and we must not allow anything that will cause our democracy to derail. I appeal to everyone that let us toe the path of consultation first, and to see and reason with the government. We should not also forget that what we are witnessing in our country today is not what has just happened today. These are products of what has happened over the years that cannot be solved in a day. And once you have a government that is also progressively tackling the situation we have at hand, I think we should give them time. So for us, we only say, let's give this government that time to fix Nigeria. And I believe Nigeria shall be great again. Thank you. May I also announce that this House will be going on our recess. And it's a recess that will take us 6 weeks, starting from Thursday. The House will be proceeding on a recess starting from Thursday, the first day of August. And it will run through to September. No, we are resuming September 12th. Is that correct? Yes, to resume September 12th at 11 a.m. September 12th at 11 a.m. But this is subject to overriding state matters, public interest. The House is going on the recess, 6-week recess, starting from Thursday, the first day of August, that will run up till the 12th day of September 2023 at 11 a.m., subject to overriding public interest of this state. Thank you. On that note, I now put the question that if you are in support that this House do adjourn synodically, press yes. If you are against, press nay. Only the yes will go on recess. The nay will continue to work. Why 5 people have decided to stay behind without conducting any plenary session, without holding any parliamentary meeting. They are free to supervise the ongoing construction. They are very free to supervise the ongoing construction and give us daily feedbacks on the construction. But they are not allowed to sit, conduct any plenary session till the House reconvene. On that note, the yes have it. We arise.